Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and this time we will still express our support to protesting Dutch and Belgian farmers, and not only them. Farmer protests really spread across the Europe because there are insane plans of the liquidation. I would even say to use the language as the ideologies of modern left used to emphasize holy things, holy for them, holy in quotation. Our elites would like to introduce the final solution for the European agriculture in order to introduce products people don't want to use, like insect-based products, plus import food from South America, because corrupted regimes of South America, of course, will give the land, will allow to chop down the tropical forests in order to farm food due to the lower costs, and later the plan is that this food will be transported to Europe, in which the agriculture will be destroyed because according to our pseudo neo-Marxist elite and higher management that rules the corporation, European agriculture is too expensive. Another idiot plan, because we see how many weak points it has. What if the transportation of these goods, if it happened, is impossible? What if regimes in South America change and they are no longer willing to supply European countries with food, and so on and so on? But okay, leftists and the ones who finance them, so managers of great corporation and owners who do not care about it, they want only profits, because there is, as I mentioned in a few of my previous videos, there is a separation between owner of big corporations and the manager. Owner only enjoys money and doesn't care about anything else. He wants only profits to grow, and managers have their term for 5 years and they do everything, even the detrimental decision for the society or for the state. They do everything to increase as much as possible the profits of the company in the shortest time possible. And that's why they also team up, these managers, with leftist ideologists and ideologies, now the green version of the socialism, to justify to the European societies and brainwash them with pseudo-eco, pseudo-environmental friendly ideology that helps them to establish these insane plans, like introducing pseudo pseudo vehicles that are supposed to be electric, and to introduce final solution. Yes, now I'm committing, according to leftist blasphemy, final solution of European agriculture in order to corrupt South American regimes and import food from South America, and of course introduce products people do not want to eat, like this insect based crap pseudo food that of course colleagues and friends of the ones who have power will produce in their own companies, subsidized by the state. Because, as it was in one song of one Polish singer, there are no better money than public money, but this public money should be set and be written in quotation, because we should refer to the famous speech of Margaret Thatcher, former Prime Minister of Great Britain, from November 1983, when she said clearly that there is no public money, there is nothing like this like public money. Any single penny governments have comes from taxation. There is no other source. So the conclusion is simple, that the only money governments have are the money of the people they rule at the moment. That's it. There is no public money. So now we see that all of this comes to one point. These guys, these ideological idiots, want power, and this management, these cynical managements of big corporations who support them and use them to brainwash society perform their next step towards the realization of their sick plans, they have only one motivation, especially these managers, to jump on our money and to grab them. Ideologists, of course, they want power, but they also want money for their own deprivations and for the satisfaction of their own needs, very often deviated needs. And that's why I'm really happy that many people in Western Europe are actually waking up and protesting, because they see that European Union is degraded completely into leftist shit, driven by ideology and greed of its own pseudo-elite, political business elite. And now we are just heading towards the economical, demographical, and briefly, we are heading to the disaster. And this is beyond any doubt. It's enough to look at the facts and at this was planned and at the current situation of these states and societies. That's why when our governments want to make another collectivization, without calling it collectivization, of the farmlands by liquidating it and introducing limitations in traveling, so they want to introduce another version of internal passports that like the ones which were functioning in Russia and still function in some cases for some provinces in China, that citizen of the country, even within the same country, needs a special document to move from one territory to another. And of course food rationing. And so these guys who are ruling us, they want to some of them due to the ideological reasons, some of them maybe believe in this crap, some of them due to the unsatisfied greed, want to introduce another communistic totalitarianism to the European nations. And we see that resistance against it is slowly growing. And I hope this resistance will be successful. All the best, have a nice day, bye.